Tonight, we bring you major developments across Dominica and beyond. You're watching Emo Nightly News for April 2nd, 2026. I am Anna Benjamin, and here are tonight's top stories. New initiative to address wastewater in Soufriere officially launched. Men at increased risk of cardiovascular diseases, says cardiologist. ITSS dominates secondary schools volleyball championship with double victory. Magnitude 7.4 earthquake strikes Indonesia. Tsunami warning lifted. And World Autism Awareness Day 2026 highlights call for inclusion and support. We'll be right back with the details of the news.
Welcome to Antigua. Them people have no behavior, they have no behavior. Welcome to Antigua. Clear out how you know it's danger, how you know it's danger. When it comes to massive deadly.
And now for our top story. A new initiative aimed at addressing wastewater concerns in Soufriere is being welcomed as a significant step toward environmental protection and community development. Minister for Tourism and Parliamentary Representative for the area, Honorable Dennis Charles Pemberton, says a project to address grey and black water issues affecting the Soufriere alum stream marks a major step in tackling a long-standing concern brought to her attention since 2016. She noted that the initiative is expected to support and sustain livelihoods within the community.
This project will result in improved sanitation and a significant reduction of contaminated water entering the Soufriere Bay, ensuring the protection of our marine biodiversity. But this project is more than drainage. It is about protecting our marine life, safeguarding our coastline, preserving our tourism assets, and securing the livelihoods of our people. And this sea you see right here is our gem. It's our future. We have proud fishing community. We have Bubble Beach, Champagne Reef, Tusab Beach, kayaking experiences, sea trail, free diving competitions, and our precious coral reefs and turtles. Our sustainability, our growth, and our revenue are directly connected to the health of our coastal waters.
The minister further emphasized that the protection of the island's marine environment must remain a top priority.
Protecting our marine ecosystem must remain a priority for all of us. Because when our seas are protected, our fishers can fish, our tour operators can thrive, our vendors can earn, and our young people can see a future right here at home within the blue economy.
Meanwhile, former project manager of the OECS Biospace project, Norma Cherry Favrier, also addressed the gathering, outlining key aspects of the initiative.
Today marks an important milestone under the European Union funded Biospace project as we officially launch the works for the construction of small in-stream wetlands and the installation of septic tanks in source. This initiative reflects the OECS Commission's shared commitment to strengthening biodiversity management and thereby improving the resilience of our communities to environmental pressures, including climate change. By improving wastewater management and reducing environmental contamination, these works will help protect surrounding ecosystems, including the coastal and marine resources, that are vital to the well-being and livelihoods of communities in this area.
Cherry Fevrier also highlighted the important role played by residents in shaping the project.
More importantly, this project has been shaped through engagement with the community. Consultations held in 2023 helped inform the approach and methodology for the works that we are launching today. This reflects the recognition that the people who live closest to these ecosystems are essential partners in protecting and sustaining them. We therefore recognize the source community whose cooperation and willingness to engage in dialogue have been instrumental in moving this initiative.
The official launch of the works took place yesterday at the local Area Management Authority building in Soufriere. In more local news, the annual Chrism Mass, a significant liturgical celebration in the Catholic Church during Holy Week, was held at the Rosa Cathedral, drawing parishioners from across Dominica. The Mass was led by Bishop Kendrick Forbes and brought together priests, deacons, other religious leaders, and lay associates in a powerful expression of unity within the Church. The Chrism Mass is one of the most solemn observances of Holy Week, during which the bishop consecrates and blesses 3 sacred oils used in sacraments throughout the year: oil of the sick for the anointing of the sick, oil of catechumens for those preparing for baptism, and sacred chrism used in baptism, confirmation, and holy orders. A key highlight of the celebration was the renewal of priestly promises, where priests reaffirmed their commitment to service before the bishop and the faithful. In his homily, Bishop Forbes welcomed parishioners and explained the significance of the Chrism Mass as a symbol of unity and shared mission within the Church.
My brothers and sisters, I welcome you all as we gather once again on the eve of the Paschal Triduum to celebrate the Chrism Mass. I acknowledge the presence of Her Excellency the President, Ms. Sylvani Burton and Mr. Burton. Your Excellencies, welcome. On the occasion that brings us together this evening, the Chrism Mass is one of the beautiful liturgies of Holy Week. It's a liturgy where the unity of the Church finds expression. Tonight's gathering reveals the Church not as scattered communities, but as one body. Our ordinary experience of the Church occurs in the setting of the parish that we attend, each with its own rhythm and character. But on this evening we gather as one diocesan family, as clergy, religious, lay faithful. We come together as one church, one faith, in adherence to one Lord. Tonight we will witness the priests renew the promises they made at their ordination. And their vocation is a reminder that the Lord continues to shepherd his people through human hands, human voices. We will also have the blessing and consecration of the holy oils that will be used throughout the diocese in the sacramental life of the Church. And these oils accompany us through some of the most sacred moments of our lives, from birth in preparation for death.
He also expressed gratitude to deacons, religious leaders, lay associates, and priests for their dedicated service.
My brother deacons, you share in the ordained ministry. You serve in the name of the Church and in fidelity to the mission of Christ. Yours is a balancing act. You live in the intersection of 2 vocations, marriage and holy orders. And added to this are the demands of work. You serve both the institutional church as well as the domestic church. My brothers, thank you sincerely for your ministry, your sacrifice, your commitment. I also wish to acknowledge and thank the religious of our diocese for their ministry and service. Your faithful and dedicated discipleship is a powerful witness. Thank you. And to our lay associates, deep gratitude, much appreciation to you as well for your service, your sacrifice, your witness.
The bishop further encouraged the faithful to show appreciation and support for their priests, urging communities to check in on them and recognize their ongoing contributions.
To the faithful here present in such a beautiful number, thank you for showing up in support of our brother priests. You know, last year there was the heartbreaking story of a 35-year-old Italian priest who took his own life. He was young, he was popular, he was faithful to his calling, but he was silently suffering. And his story is a reminder of the weight priests often carry, and they often do so in silence. My brothers and sisters, ordination does not take away a priest's humanity. Ordination to the priesthood is a sacramental act that sets a man apart for ministry. But it does not abolish his nature, his limitations, his vulnerabilities. And so, my brothers and sisters, don't just pray for your priests, check on them. Don't just ask them for blessings, offer them friendship, support, encouragement.
Following the Mass, the blessed oils will be distributed to parishes across Dominica for use in sacraments throughout the coming year, continuing the spiritual life and ministry of the Church. In other local news, the Dominic Alliance Club is celebrating 58 years of dedicated service with a strong show of compassion and community spirit. As part of the anniversary activities, the club hosted its annual street feeding initiative in the heart of Roseau, providing meals and support to vulnerable individuals, including the less fortunate and shut-ins. The initiative was made possible through contributions from Oceans Forward Incorporated and Lion Kim Joseph, District 60B Zone 2C Chairperson from Antigua. The initiative was made possible through contributions from Oceans Forward Incorporated and Lion Kim Joseph, District 60B Zone 2C Chairperson of Antigua. Their support helped ensure that the event delivered not only food, but also care and human connection. In a moment of appreciation, the club honored two outstanding women, Hazel Edwards and Frances John, for their unwavering commitment to community service. Both were recognized for their consistent acts of kindness and dedication to improving lives. The celebrations concluded with a visit to the St. Alphonsus Catholic Church, where the club donated food baskets to support the church's hamper program for those in need. After 58 years, the Dominic Alliance Club continues to uphold its mission of service, making a difference one act of kindness at a time, while inspiring hope across communities. Men's Health took center stage on Jolly's Pharmacy weekly radio program on Q95 FM radio with guest cardiologist Dr. Michael Reif. The doctor sent an urgent warning to men to do regular checkups and pay attention to signs and symptoms of cardiovascular diseases, saying that men are at an increased risk of developing heart and circulatory issues earlier in life. Dr. Reif explains why this is so.
Fortunately and unfortunately, men happen to develop cardiovascular conditions a lot 7 to 10 years earlier than women. Why so? Because on a physiological level, we lack an important hormone which women possess, which is called estrogen. And that's what separates men from women. Estrogen levels being higher in women as opposed to men or non-existent in men. And estrogen serves as a cardiovascular protector. When I say cardiovascular protector, it causes certain changes and modifications in the body that prevent women from developing cardiovascular conditions. How does it do that? It reduces the amount of cholesterol that is free and floating in the blood.
The doctor also addressed some of the major signs to look out for.
And there are many conditions that cause chest pain. How do we differentiate one from the other? How do I say, well, this is likely my heart causing this chest pain, as opposed to my stomach?
My stomach, yeah.
Or my lungs, or my esophagus, any of them. Because in the chest we have a few organs there, right? And those are the ones I just previously mentioned. How do I know it's likely this is my heart causing this type of chest pain? The chest pain that we tend to look out for are a pressure, squeezing, burning sensation located to the middle of your chest or to the left side of your chest.
Okay. Middle to left.
To the middle or side. We grew up knowing that the heart is located in the left side of your chest, but it's principally in the middle of your chest. Okay? We just correct that a bit. So a pressure, tightness, squeezing, or burning sensation located to the middle of your chest, often radiating, or when I say radiating, moving or shifting towards the left shoulder, arm, and neck.
He noted that some patients do not present with typical symptoms.
Of older patients, women often enough do not present with those classic signs, and our diabetics. Why? Our diabetics happen to have a condition which is called neuropathy, which sometimes either causes blunting of pain, or they just feel like extra stinging and pricking kind of sensation, right? So because they may sometimes have numbness and blunting of pain, they may not present with a typical type of chest pain that all patients with MIs or heart attacks or any of those stuff present. Often enough, patients present with epigastrium pain, and they're talking about pain in the stomach area, not in your chest, but in the abdominal region, okay? Which is not the typical pain I mentioned before, which was located in the middle or the left side of your chest, feeling like a pressure. Instead, they present with an abdominal type of pain.
In more news, health and fitness enthusiasts will soon have an opportunity to lace up and hit the road, as the annual Jolly's National Wellness 5K Run is set for later this month. The event scheduled for April 25th will see participants making their way from Newtown Savannah to Kenfield River Estates in a show of community spirit and healthy living. Organizers say the registration fee is set at $25, and participants are encouraged to wear blue and yellow in support of the wellness initiative. Proceeds from the fundraiser will go towards supporting persons with disabilities.
We have the National Wellness 5K Run, and that will be on April 25th. So we've been speaking about the run for a while now. The National Wellness 5K Run, Jolly's Pharmacy annually does this, and this year on April 25th, the run will be for persons with disabilities. So what normally happens is at these runs, people register, and the money that is collected for registration goes towards a worthwhile cause. And this year, the cause is supporting people with disabilities. So the beneficiaries will be the Dominica Association of Persons with Disabilities and Circle of Friends.
Prizes will be awarded across several categories, including the largest participating group, as well as the youngest and oldest participants. Awards will also go to the top 3 finishers, and special recognition will be given to the first person with a disability to cross the finish line. The National Wellness 5K Run forms part of ongoing efforts to promote healthier lifestyles across the island. And in some exciting local news, Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit has announced that the government will return to Parliament on April 10th to seek approval to extend key fiscal measures aimed at reducing the cost of food and essential goods. The measures first introduced in the 2025-2026 budget include the removal of import duties and zero-rated VAT on select items. The Prime Minister says the extension is in response to global developments, including rising tensions involving Iran, and is intended to cushion the impact on citizens. The relief measures will remain in effect until the end of July and will be reviewed during the next budget period. The Prime Minister described the move as good news for Dominicans, noting it will benefit households, businesses, and the hospitality sector, while supporting the country's push toward greater self-reliance. And finally, in tonight's local news, the Youth Development Division is inviting youth groups and youth-led organizations to register and be officially recognized as youth organizations in Dominica. According to the division, the registration process is expected to strengthen connections with national youth programs, facilitate inclusion in an updated national youth database, and provide groups with an official certificate of recognition once verified. The call comes amid ongoing concerns surrounding the status of National Youth Council elections, which are now approximately 1 year overdue. Elections were due to be held in 2025. However, to date, no official timeline has been announced. Efforts to obtain comments from individuals involved in the process were unsuccessful so far. And that's all for local news. We'll be right back with regional news. In Grenada, Prime Minister Honorable Deacon Mitchell has reaffirmed his government's commitment to strengthening Grenada's nutmeg industry following a tour of the Grenada Cooperative Nutmeg Association facility in Bolio. The visit highlighted plans to expand opportunities for farmers, increase value-added production, and attract investment to boost growth and global competitiveness. The Prime Minister says the initiative aims to improve profitability and sustainability, while building on Grenada's reputation for producing some of the world's finest nutmeg. The government believes the sector can unlock new economic opportunities and remain a key pillar of national development. In more regional news, the Caribbean Electric Utility Services Corporation has successfully hosted its 2026 HR, Corporate Communications and Customer Service Conference in Belize City. The event brought together representatives from 17 utilities across the region under the theme Aligning Purpose for Authentic Engagement and Impact. Participants took part in workshops, panel discussions, and collaborative sessions focused on improving teamwork, communication, and customer service. Executive Director Cletus Burton says the conference highlighted the importance of regional collaboration and knowledge sharing. The organization reaffirmed its commitment to ongoing training and development to strengthen the Caribbean's energy sector. And finally, in regional news, we're back with another story from Grenada. The country has launched a major vision restoration program to provide 50,000 eyeglasses to citizens across the Tri-Island state. The initiative, led by Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell, was formalized through an agreement between the Ministry of Health and Restoring Vision. Over the next 12 months, vision screening and eyeglass distribution will be rolled out through clinics and community outreach. The first phase is already underway, with about 50 people set to receive glasses. Authorities say the initiative will improve quality of life and strengthen primary health care nationwide. And that's all for regional news. We'll be right back with international news.
Blast Gaming presents its biggest job whatever. Blast Mystery Progressive. I'm so excited. I can't hide it. The new blast up and rising. And I like it. It going up and up and up and up and up. Blast up and up and up and up and up and up.
Play selected games to win in the Blast Mystery Progressive. Pick until you match 3 gems and win one of the 5 cash jackpots. Or you can blast up with the Mystery Progressive jackpot.
It going up and up and up and up and up. Blast up and up and up. Blast Gaming.
And to begin, a 7.4 magnitude earthquake struck off Indonesia's North Maluku province on April 1st, leaving 1 person dead and triggering a tsunami warning that was later lifted. The quake hit in the northern Molucca Sea, about 120 kilometers from Ternate, and was felt across several regions. In Manado, One person died after a building collapsed and another was injured. A tsunami alert was initially issued for nearby coastal areas, with waves up to 75 centimeters recorded in parts of North Sulawesi. The warning was lifted just over 2 hours later. Authorities continue to assess damage as Indonesia, located on the Pacific Ring of Fire, remains prone to seismic activity. And finally, on World Autism Awareness Day, the World Health Organization is calling for greater global action to promote inclusion and equal opportunities for autistic individuals. The agency says about 1 in 127 people worldwide is diagnosed with autism and stresses the need for more neuro-inclusive environments across healthcare, education, and workplaces. Despite existing protections, many autistic individuals still face stigma and limited access to services, with gaps in early diagnosis and long-term support. The WHO, World Health Organization, is urging governments to invest in inclusive policies, noting that early intervention and strong support systems improve outcomes. A new caregiver training program will be launched later this month as part of ongoing efforts to support families and promote inclusion. And that's it for international news. Stay tuned for sports.
Don't forget, today we have funeral, we have functions. Make sure you're on time.
Always on time, eh?
You're always on time. Make sure. All right. Papa Met, look, I just received a message from National Bank asking me to regain access to my account. Look at message that your account has been placed on hold due to an unusual activity. Let me click that link.
How many times NBD has to say that they will never ever send links via text message to regain access to account or to restore account or to do anything with account?
So National Bank, that's in it, I believe it. I just click in.
Emo, if you're not sure, it's better if you call National Bank at 255-2300 or email them at customersupport@nbd.dm.
Papa Met, later again I lose all the little money I save up from my account.
And you'd find money to pay me.
Yeah, I tell you, I almost click link and almost lose my money. You're talking about I hope I have money to pay you. Let's go, eh?
All I know is don't click any link. Call NBD instead.
So let us know our business.
And in sports, Cricket West Indies has appointed former fast bowler and coach Otis Gibson as fast bowling consultant on a 1-year contract. Gibson, who previously served in the role during the historic series against Nepal, will support the development of the region's pace attack ahead of the busy international schedule, including the home series against Sri Lanka, the Caribbean Premier League, and tours to India and Bangladesh. Cricket West Indies Director of Cricket, Miles Bascom, says Gibson's experience will help maintain the strength, fitness, and consistency of West Indies fast bowlers as the team targets the 2027 ICC Men's 50-over World Cup and begins preparations for the 2028 ICC T20 World Cup. Gibson said he looks forward to working with Caribbean bowlers across all formats to enhance their performance and competitiveness. In more sports news, the sports division officially introduced Dominica's national under-16 netball team on Wednesday as preparations intensify for the upcoming Jean-Pierre Caribbean Youth Under-16 netball tournament in Trinidad from April 10th to the 18th. The presentation ceremony was held at the conference room of the Windsor Park Sports Stadium and brought together key stakeholders, including the sports coordinator, representatives from the Dominican Netball Association, and the Minister of State. Proud parents and members of the media were also in attendance to support the young athletes. During the ceremony, speakers highlighted the importance of youth development in sports and expressed confidence in the team's ability to represent Dominica with pride on the regional stage. Dominica's under-16 netball team reads as follows. From the Convent High School, Alian Toussaint and Chloe Gregoire. From the Goodwill Secondary School, Tyra Simeon and Christia Pierre. From the Isaiah Thomas Secondary School, Kavriah John. From the Northeast Comprehensive School, Catalina Buganu, Adari Samuel, Alicia Stevens, and Deanna Jacobs. From the PHL Secondary School, Kayleen George. And from the Portsmouth Secondary School, Jekoliah Benjamin and Kiara Masley. The 12-member squad is expected to compete against top youth teams from across the Caribbean, showcasing Dominica's growing talent in netball. EmoNews joins the sports division and all Dominicans in extending best wishes to the team as they prepare to represent the country in the tournament. And finally, congratulations are in order for the Isaiah Thomas Secondary School ITSS, who has emerged as the dominant force in school volleyball, capturing both the boys and girls titles in the secondary schools volleyball championship. In an exciting evening of finals action, the ITSS showcased outstanding skill and determination to secure a historic double win. In the girls' final, ITSS defeated the Dominica State College in 4 sets, finishing with a 3-1 victory. Set scores were 13-25, 25-17, 25-23, and 25-22. The boys' final proved to be a thrilling 5-set battle as the ITSS edged out academics with a 3-2 win. Set scores were 25-18, 18-25, 25-17, 22-25, and 15-11. Both matches highlighted the depth, resilience, and competitive spirit of the ITSS teams as they rose to the occasion against strong opponents. The victories mark a major achievement for the school and reinforce its growing reputation in school sports. Congratulations once again to the ITSS on an outstanding performance. And that's all for tonight's sports news. We'll be right back with the weather report from the Dominica Meteorological Service. And here is the weather forecast from the Dominica Meteorological Service. Partly cloudy to occasionally cloudy conditions are expected across the area, with a few passing showers as weak unstable conditions continue to influence the region. Skies will be fair to occasionally cloudy, with a few brief showers still possible. Winds will be blowing from the northeast to east-northeast at 10 to 25 kilometers per hour, with higher gusts at times. Sea conditions are expected to be slight to moderate, with wave heights ranging from 1 to 2.5 meters, or approximately 3 to 8 feet. A high surf advisory remains in effect. Northerly swells are generating hazardous surf conditions, particularly along the eastern coastline. Small craft operators and sea bathers are advised to exercise caution and remain alert for strong breaking waves. And as always, stay informed and stay safe. This has been EmoNews Nightly Package for April 2nd, 2026. I am your presenter, Soana Benjamin. Do have a lovely Easter, everyone.